What is up, guys? Raymond here, also known as Ray Vision, and check it out. Today, well, we're gonna be playing some Forza Horizon 2. Now, I've done something a little bit cheeky. I took Tanner Foust's actual rally car, because I know I already did a Volkswagen and Beetle drift build, but I took the actual rally car that Tanner Foust uses in the GRC, and I gave it a little bit of a cheeky drift customization. There's not too much you can do. It's a bit more in the tuning that you play around, but I did give it the power boost, made the rims nice and big. One of the things I did for this car is usually I lower the tire pressure to give me a bit more control in the turns, but because it's a four-wheel drive car, I want it to be able to break loose a little bit easier, so for that reason I increased the tire pressure, and so we're gonna see how that works out. I also extended the gears out a bit, and I did a couple cheeky things here and there. So as usual, if you are interested in trying out this drift build for yourself, just go under and check it out as Ray Drift under the drift category, and then I think it's best for speed or something. It should be written on the screen in just a few seconds. So, well, also, before we move along, I just want to remind you guys, if you have any suggestions for future drift builds, please leave those in the comments below. I'm also thinking of doing a rally car build later this week. Why? Because why not? It'd be kind of cool. At least I think it would. But we'll see. It depends on how things are going. So, check this out. The thing I have discovered with this car is four-wheel drive. Nick always told me four-wheel drive is a lot easier to drift. That's not true. Four-wheel drive is easier to drift in general. Yes. It is easier to save turns in. Yes. But it is a lot more difficult to drift well in. You can drift in four-wheel drive, but to drift well in four-wheel drive, that's another level of skill. It's really a lot more difficult, I find. And here's one of the things, one of the key points of four-wheel drive is rear-wheel drive, you can feather it through the corner and figure out your angle as you go. When you're dealing with a four-wheel drive setup, is you have to have a perfect entry at the right speed, in the right gear, giving the right amount of power going through the corner, and having your steering exactly perfect. You need to have all those things line up perfectly, or else, well, you're going to have basically what most of my turns are here in my drifting, is half the time you see me having to correct halfway through the turn where I stop drifting or yada yada, but you're going to see me, I do a couple really nice turns where I hold the e-brake way in advance, and it works out well. Like you see right there, that's an example of bad drifting in with all-wheel drive where I basically had to cut the turn because, well, you know, I wasn't there. Right there, that was a pretty good drift right there, but I give it a little bit more handbrake action. And here's the thing, with all-wheel drive drifting, you're a lot more dependent on that handbrake, and that shows a lot in my drifting style. Because I learned how to drift all-wheel drive in Forza 5, I always pull e-brake when I'm drifting in any game, basically, even if it's a rear-wheel drive car. And, you know, that plays a lot in how I drift. A lot more people just drop clutch and power, but you never know how that goes. I haven't really learned how to drift with clutch. Well, I have, but for this car, I decided not to. And the main reason for that is the gears on this car are so short that I just, managing the clutch while in the turn, it becomes a lot to manage. And let's just face it, I don't have that kind of intelligence. So right here, you see me, I took a massive, massive reverse entry. And here we're going to have a little bit more cheekiness coming up where I'm actually going to have some success at doing this stuff. And that's how you have success. Is basically you have pride in yourself. You think really highly of yourself. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But anyways, my opinions on this car, first of all, huge fan of Tanner Foust. You guys already know that. The paint job is amazing because, well, it is. It's really badass. This car is amazing. Look at that. That was a beautiful drift turn right there. And that's the thing, if you get that perfect entry, then the turn is really easy. If you don't get that perfect entry, then the turn usually ends up being a little bit more problematic. And so, oh, cheeky face bump. And so that is really what I find is a big play in how I drift this car. Check this out, take this corner, and then you just do a little bit cheeky, and that's basically it. Or else, well, what has been happening, lots of snow in March in Canada, you know, because we're Canada. And apart from that, not much has been going on. Gonna upload more videos this week. Sorry I didn't upload too much last week, but I had a few issues to deal with. The games I was trying to record in. So, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. Leave your comments below. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.